and I will give him the rights to speak, and then we can start. So, okay, I see the request is coming. Requested, approve. So, hey Tarmo. So, okay, now today it's working pretty fast that we get connected. Okay, then can you hear me well, Tarmo?
Yes.
Okay, then let's get started. Today is our X-Space. Okay, we are doing X-Spaces then already since January last year. So every 2 weeks or every week. Today is the X-Space number 27. And usually we have been speaking about all other projects, all other topics. But today we decided that we will speak about our roadmap. That means X-Space 27. That means today's X-Space, today's ChainAware X-Space 27 is then about our ChainAware AI agent and predictive AI roadmap. That's our X-Space. Okay, now, but before we start, let's start with the short intros. Let's do it short. Tarmo, you will intro yourself, and then I will add it from my side.
Hi, my name is Tarmo. First, big thank you to all our new investors. My background, I'm a distinguished architect. It's very light club. There are not many. This is around 200 in the world. I am ex-chief architect of largest Swiss banking platform. I am VP of global architecture, Credit Suisse, 11 years. I built over 200 applications. And concerning my education, PhD by Nobel Prize winner, plus 4 master degrees. In addition, chartered financial analyst and chartered alternative investment analyst. Martin, back to you.
Okay, Tarmo had everything that he need to work in a Credit Suisse, because in a Credit Suisse you need a lot of stuff. No, the same on me. So I collected quite some degrees. I'm a CFA as well, chartered financial analyst. But initially I'm coming from the startup industry. I've launched like 4 very successful products. It was then before the internet hype and then a little bit after the internet hype. And then I get in the corporate world, and after corporate world, then in a Credit Suisse, then we came over then to full power into the Web3 with all these nice ideas. And first we created SmartCredit. Let me say some words about SmartCredit, and Tarmo, you say ChainAware. So SmartCredit was our first Web3 project. And actually it's a fixed term borrow lend platform, very innovative. So fixed interest, fixed term. And from SmartCredit, then ChainAware grew out because we did a credit scoring. So we had credit scoring calculations, and from credit scoring, we required the fraud calculations. And Tarmo, maybe you tell them the story in ChainAware. How did it emerge?
Yes. ChainAware grew out of SmartCredit. We had developed in algorithms for fraud detection, for example, or for credit score. And then we saw that all Web3 community actually needs these algorithms to build up the trust and to identify fraudsters. And this was the start of ChainAware. ChainAware as a product, Martin, we opened it 2023 February.
4th of February 2023. So we have soon an anniversary. 2-year anniversary.
And what's the key in ChainAware is it's a discovery. What we discovered what is our biggest discovery is that from public blockchain data, you can predict behavioral characteristics of users. You can predict what they do in future. And you don't need much data. You need maybe 10, 15, 20 transactions in a blockchain. And from these transactions, you can predict the future. So we started with credit score, with fraud score. Then we went over to rug pull. Then we thought, actually we can calculate also intentions for marketing or ad tech. Then we started doing ad tech. And we are discovering more and more items we can calculate based on public blockchain data, based on our proprietary models. And this is real artificial intelligence. This is artificial intelligence applied to the public blockchain data. You get the knowledge out of it and you monetize it. This is ChainAware, Martin.
ChainAware, practically, we create awareness of the chain, about the data that is on the chain, And not just we create awareness, we predict what happens next. We predict what wallets are doing so next, be it the fraud behavior or then the rug pull behavior, or be it then who is doing which transactions, who is on a high probability to borrow, who is high probability to lend, who is high probability to trade. And this is then used for the ad tech, meaning then our Web3 marketing agents. So sometimes we say the word ad tech, but some people maybe they like more the word marketing agents because they're self-running. It's a self-running system. So yes, so practically we predict behavior with ChainAware, and that's all of our focus. We calculate from public blockchain data.
It's like Minority Report, this movie, Martin. Remember Minority Report? You predict the future. It is just we use as a source public data, and we predict what anonymous address a person we don't know, just based on transactions, is going to do in future. We will predict it. And please.
And just for the listeners, when we are speaking about fraud detection algorithm, now the fraud detection is easier. It's nicely backtested. We have 98% accuracy rate. So that means 98% we predict fraud, meaning some scam, fraud, whatever, happening in the future before it happens. So that it shows the power of the AI, of the predictive AI algorithms on the chain. And just to add for the listeners, we are not using OpenAI. We are not using LLM. We have trained our own AI models. So we are one of the very few companies who has their own proprietary AI models trained over 2 years or longer. And these are practically the prediction engines. So
Martin, longer. We started actually already with SmartCredit with our first ML models. It is almost a four-year journey now that we have trained our models, and these are really very accurate, very precise models. And we have our own models, so we have something what nobody else has.
And maybe just to say to the listeners, we are doing these X Spaces very often. All our X Spaces are on our YouTube as well on the blog now. And we have discussed in earlier X Spaces very much about this, like why the blockchain data is so valuable, why it's a gold. We say it's a pure gold because it's so high quality data, thanks to proof of work. So, and thanks to this, you can calculate. So you can calculate much easier with a much higher accuracy than you can calculate them from other platforms like ad tech technology. Yeah. Okay, Tarmo, but let's say now some words about the TGE, and then we start slowly. We speak about the roadmap. So we had a TGE on 21st. Very many thanks to all community. Very many thanks to all investors. So okay, we are listed on the MEXC, and we are then on the Pancake. On the Pancake, we have two pools. We have a version 2 and version 3. I think version 3 has more liquidity than version 2 is there as well. So TG is there, token is there, and now Tarmo, let's get the topic, the roadmap.
Let's dive in what the investors got for their tokens, and it is not just that they got some white papers or PowerPoints or just some web pages with soon beta will be started style. No, we have running AI agents. And this is something that is unique. Everybody is speaking about AI agents. So all these VCs and calls and everybody AI agent. We have them, and not just one. We have many AI agents in production, in life. So we stopped actually writing white papers because we say, have a look on our products and use them. There is no need for white papers, use them. But Martin, tell me what are our
just
products.
adding a funny comment, like when we filled the application for the MEXC, they asked for a white paper. And we told them, okay, guys, listen, we don't have a white paper. Like we have the products. We can demo our products to you. Why you ask us to write the white paper? We don't have it. And they were a little bit confused. They were like, but everyone has a white paper. We say, listen, guys, we have products. We don't have white papers. We have products. But yeah, today, let's go to the roadmap. But Tarmo, before we go to the roadmap, let's speak a little bit these products that we have at the moment. Now, do you want to speak about the products? Because we have products for the regular users, like more or less in the freemium mode. Do you want to speak about the regular products that we have?
Yes. For regular users, we have already very, very broad spectrum of products, live and battle tested. First, our famous AI-based fraud detector, which is real time and which predicts fraud in, I think, 5 different blockchains already before it happens with accuracy 98%. And it is real time. It is if you have somebody contacting you and you want to start doing transactions with him, just take the fraud detector, check him, and have a look what will be his fraud or trust score. And it predicts with very, very high accuracy what is your partner's intentions. Is he going to be a fraudster or is he going to be a serious businessman? So use it. And what it guarantees for people is that for users is it's that we have this anonymous environment and you don't know who are your partners. And when you just ask their address and you say, calculate the fraud score, and you will know, can I trust this guy or not? This is
a little side remark, like the regulators try to fix this issue by introducing KYCs and everything, but you cannot KYC everything, and there are fake passports, fake everything. Tarmo and I, we worked 10 years for the Credit Suisse, we know full story. Now, so you had to use the data that you have, you had to use these pseudo-anonymous addresses, pseudo-anonymous histories, and predict based on the past behavior what these addresses will do in the future. And that's what the fraud detector is doing. But Tarmo, but we have other products for regular users.
And second product, it's very interesting. It grew out with discussions with customers. And we explained to customers what they can use to with our technology, and it is rug pull and rug pull detector. And if you take, for example, Binance Chain or Solana or Uniswap, there are per hour thousands of pools which are created. And I don't go now deep in, but over 90% of pools are going to be rug pulls. What is rug pull? Rug pull means that you invest and you will lose everything. You are not going to lose 5% or 10%. No, you lose 100%. Funds are taken out. And we have technology to predict if a contract will do a rug pull or not based on behavioral analytics. We can
in the future.
Yes, in the future. Is this contract going to do a rug pull? And we have had very, very cool cases. For example, ChainAware has been copied many times, and there have been pools created to sell our tokens as a fraudsters. And we have run our rug pull detector, and these pools, of course, they were rug pulls, and they did 2 rug pulls, and investors, of course, were frauded. And we can predict which contract will do rug pull. And if you are, especially in early pool investment, is it in Solana or Binance Chain or in Ethereum? If you go into early pools, rug pull is something that is very common. And our technology can tell you, is this contract going to do rug pull or not?
It's live, it's battle tested, it's scaling, it's there. It's not a white paper, it's a reality.
It is live. It gives you answer in a second or two, and will I to invest into this pool or not? And
Tarmo, but we want to keep everything on 60 minutes. Usually we talk too long.
Okay.
So
we have also wallet auditor. You can take just a wallet address and see already behavioral characteristics and more static data about wallet. We have credit score, and what's very important in credit score is it has on-chain data. It has also social network data, and it uses very strong ML algorithms, very advanced ML algorithms, which go into very, very deep computation to calculate your real credit score.
Oh, okay. Credit score is then less used in DeFi or in the Web3 at the moment, but we think it's coming. It's coming anyhow, because credit scoring is not only used for the borrowing, so that I evaluate the borrower's capability. Now in DeFi, everything is over collateralized, so no one is using credit score. But credit scores are used rather in any system where financial transactions. It's like, that is your financial ability, and this financial ability that's then reflected with your credit score. Like, do I want to have financial transactions with him? What is your financial ability? So, like in a regular economy, so we think the same is happening too. So at the moment, fraud and rug pull detectors, predictive fraud detector, predictive rug pull detector, they have a lot of focus on wallet auditor. In wallet auditor, we are predicting everyone can look on any wallet. We predict the user behavior, who will borrow, lend, trade. We calculate the user experience. So we see, like, if you want to check some key opinion leaders, check their wallets, like, do they really have experience they claim to have? Maybe some have, but because quite some. Oh, yeah, well, keep testing. Actually, we took some calls and call list and we tested them. We will not say anything. So, but it's very interesting to look, like, do people really have the experience that they have? We calculate as well the risk, like the risk experience, risk willingness to take a risk. It's a very important parameter. Like, some people can live with risks, some people cannot live with risk. So we're doing a lot of calculations, and so wallet auditor, a lot of data is running together, except the credit scoring. Credit scoring is then a separated model. So then we have as well for regular users Telegram and Discord bots, meaning all this functionality that you have over the user interface, you can get it as well via the Telegram bot. It's beautiful, and we have a TMA as well. We launched it, but I think we forgot to announce it. We should do an announcement that we have
Yes,
like a TMA.
we should do an announcement about it, Martin, that we have TMA too. Yes.
So yeah, now I realize we missed the announcement.
We haven't done enough announcements about our products. Too many products.
Too many products. So okay, we will announce a TMA very soon too, but we haven't. And practically, you can do all these operations that you do on the user interface. You can do them then Telegram bot / Telegram TMA. Or from the Discord bot. And this is for the regular users. And now for the regular users, we say these products are for free, or there is a very small payment if people start to use it then more and more. But the idea is, because you see, these products, they allow you to create the full, we call it increase the trust. Now, how do we increase the trust? If you can recognize frauds, if you can recognize rug pulls, if you can recognize the wallet's behaviors, we can verify. Like, what is the old Bitcoin dilemma? Like, the Bitcoin, don't trust, verify. And how do we verify? We verify with on-chain data, or with public data that is on-chain. That's what we use the verification. So, and we say all these products on the end, they are trust-enabling products. So for the regular users. So that means if you interact with someone, if you interact with the pools, use them and increase the trust. Okay. Like, kind of small usage is for free, and then a little bit payment if there is more usage. Now, and this is for the regular users. So, and then we have as well a products for the businesses, like a business-to-business products. Okay, that's how we generate the revenues with the B2B products. And here we have our agents. These are our running agents, like one of them being the Web3 marketing agents. Okay, we started to predict user behavior, not only fraud and rug pulls, but the user behavior, like from transactional point of view, who is a borrower, who is a trader, with which probability. So we're speaking of probabilities. Tarmo and I, we are CFA, chartered financial analyst. It's just the mathematics. Everything is about the probabilities now. So we predict behavior now. But if you predict the behavior, if you know users' actions, we can as well target users much better to create this one-to-one targeting, meaning resonating content for the users. And this all is, let's speak a little bit later about marketing agents. And all these marketing agents, they result in a much higher user engagement, much higher the user conversion. So this technology we have running there. Then we have a technology transaction monitoring. Now, okay, for regular users, okay, you check one address or the second address or the third address, or you can share your wallet. You have a share link, or you can share your own wallet. But you are still focusing on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wallets. But now let's say you're a platform. Now in the platform, you have maybe 10,000 wallets subscribed, maybe 20,000 wallets subscribed. And if you're speaking now virtual asset service providers like the MiCA and MiFID and all of these regulations, okay, MiCA regulations, you have to monitor your client base. You have to monitor. And there is 10 years both of us in a Credit Suisse. These are 2 ways to monitor. The one monitoring is an AML monitoring, but AML monitoring, the task of AML monitoring is exclude bad money from the ecosystem. That's all that AML monitoring is doing. AML monitoring is not saying that someone is taking good money and will fraud in the future. That's transaction monitoring. So, and
okay,
that's
Martin, and we don't say how bad money becomes a good money. We don't say it in this Twitter talk. Yes.
And yeah, okay. So, yeah, because we will not say about this, like, but there are some famous, very, very, very famous systems which do a lot of AML, and yeah, well, they focus on very much on the AML, but AML is just one part. And what is happening now, these AML companies, they are selling the AML logic as a transaction monitoring logic, but no, transaction monitoring is always predictive. You are predicting based on these transactions that the user has done in the past. I'm saying, now the risk, the probability. Risk is also probability. The probability of this user to commit fraud in the future will increase or decrease. So that's transaction monitoring. So that we are continuously monitoring transactions now, not on the bad money. Bad money is an AML monitoring, but we are predicting which of the addresses go the bad patterns. And now the beauty of our models is because we are training our models. It's like sometimes people are asking us like, hey, why is this address giving a bad result? Why is this address giving a bad result? Of course, we have to dig in then. Maybe it takes them 1 hour to analyze. Why did AI say it in this way? But there's some patterns, and which is beauty now in the AI. AI is recognizing these patterns like much faster than we can do it. Maybe for us it takes like 1 hour to analyze some address, like just based on the blockchain history. AI, he does it fast. Now, anyhow, back to transaction monitoring. Transaction monitoring, then it means that you continuously monitor the set of your clients. Because it's not only that he's now coming to a platform transacting. I want to know it as well. Before he's my client, and maybe he did now something in between. So that's transaction monitoring. So, okay, let's maybe speak a little bit more about this transaction monitoring because we want to speak about roadmap. So that we'll do on transaction monitoring. And then that we have as well. Okay, because we want to speak about the roadmap, but we are speaking about the products that we have. Okay, we'll get to the roadmap. We have as well free user analytics. Because you see, we are doing all the fraud analytics, we are doing the behavioral analytics, we're doing the credit scoring analytics, we're doing all these analytics. So, and if you are on our platform, we call it user analytics dashboard. You just integrate our so-called pixel code. And via this pixel code, then you can analyze your cohort, like your full users. And of course, there are other systems which are doing this, but we have noticed like de facto 90% plus, 95% plus, they are focusing on like who owns which token. Like they own so much Uniswap token, and from these Uniswap tokens, 10% own whatever 1-inch token, just arbitrary project names, not proven. But this is just, it doesn't tell you anything, like which tokens you own, doesn't tell you anything. What tells you is like, will this user borrow in the future? What's the probability, high, medium, low? Is he a lender? Is he a trader? Is he a short-term trader? Intentions.
Material intentions.
So, because if you know your intention, if you know the intentions of your cohort or the intention distribution, how the intentions of you, maybe you dream that your user is a dream profile, but you have of your users, but probably the cohort that you get on your platform is fully different. And so you have to understand what are the intentions, not the token holdings of the users which are coming to your platform, but the intentions and the intentions distribution. And then you can start to target them with the marketing agents. So first you have to understand, then you can target. And okay, so now we're going to Web3 marketing. So in our blog, we have a lot of summaries about these talks, but let's stay here on the roadmap now. So yeah, that means for the businesses we offer Web3 marketing agents to use the user engagements. Okay, let's look a little bit in the detail of the marketing agents. We offer the transaction monitoring to stay MiCA compliant. So it's not AML analysis. It's not tracking the flow of the bad funds. It's tracking the patterns. It's looking at the patterns of what the user transactions are doing and predicting something not good happening in the future. Of course, then these people should probably be excluded from platform usage. And we have user analytics. And I forgot it as well, a credit scoring agent as well. Practically, it's the same as a transaction monitoring agent. You upload your set of the addresses. And based on these addresses, then the credit scoring is monitored. And I think, Tarmo, did I? I forgot it. And we have APIs too. We have businesses, we have APIs, practically everything that is then visible via the dashboards or via the marketing agents or transaction monitoring agents. There are the APIs behind. Particularly, ChainAware is a big prediction engine. On top of this prediction engine, you have APIs. And on top of the APIs, then you have regular users like using the APIs. Or we have the products for businesses then using the same APIs. But yeah, then in case some businesses want to use the APIs directly, we say, please, please, let's do it. But we have noticed very many just want to have nice and so colorful user interfaces. So we have nice and colorful user interfaces too. Okay. Tarmo, but then maybe you want to say some words about some regular products, some more about some details, or
regular user products. We covered them. We have 6-7 regular user products, highly scalable, very fast, battle tested, very high precision, and so increase overall trust in Web3, very broadly used. Now there are thousands of invocations per day of our algorithms. So it is spreading and people start using it. And I'm very happy that we bring our participation into bringing Web3 over to trustable environment. This is technology what we have, Martin, and it's all live. It's all now really going into more and more usage. Also, thanks to TG, people learn it. We have very high load on our web page. We have a very high load on our ML engines. We see really tons of invocations, and it is growing and growing very fast. This is what I see now. But let's go over. We have told now, Martin, what we have, and we should do here tons of announcements about actually what we have, because we just to announce what we already have. But let's go now over what are we going to build in future, and it's even more important. And maybe Web3 marketing agents, and this is really your creation. You have been ad tech, you know ad tech, you understand ad tech in details, you know all existing ad tech technologies. Can you give maybe summarize what are we going to add into Web3 marketing agents? What we
okay, let's start on the key problems. Always, what's the key problem? Better we solve it. Okay, key problem here. The Web3 marketing is totally expensive. Now, of course, the marketing agencies will tell you fully the different story. We say yes. The same happened with the Web2. Now, initially, the Web2, we had a lot of marketing agencies, but then the ad tech technologies emerged and ad tech took it over. And marketing agencies became just users of the ad tech. Now, what you're speaking of the Web3 marketing is that it's not the challenge to bring users to the website. It's the challenge to convert users on the websites, the visitors to the website. And the key issue that we say, the key issue is it's always same message for everyone. Now, people are different. Now, of course, I know now we will have this revolution of 1,000 user experience experts, UI designers, and so they will all stand up and say they are designing perfect user interfaces. We have been in these discussions. We know it. Yes. Good user interface is good,
Martin, the best was in Credit Suisse. I remember once we wanted to design user interfaces for Thailand, and it came out Credit Suisse was all in blue, and in Thailand they wanted to have rosa colors because blue didn't work. So much about UI design. So it is totally context sensitive, people sensitive. It depends on educational background. It depends on people you interact with, you want to resonate with. So average UI design, I don't. Okay, you told it, Martin.
So, okay, so, and we are saying there is nothing like a perfect user interface design, but you have to create one-to-one content, messages for your users, for your visitors, and you have to create a content which is resonating with them. And guys, we just spoke 10 minutes, 50 minutes ago that we calculate the intentions. Yes, we calculate the intentions of the users based on their past transaction history. We calculate with the probabilities, high, medium, low. Okay, we are now saying like probability 47, we're just saying probability high, probability medium, probability low, 47 being just arbitrary example. We are saying like who will do which actions in the future. Now, if you will know who will do which actions in the future, you will know which content would resonate with them. So, and that's what marketing agents are creating. If you know which actions people are doing in the future, the content is generated for them are resonated content. Now, why is it important? Let's think on the DeFi platforms. On DeFi platforms, we have easily user acquisition cost $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 per transacting user. Why? Because it's all same message for everyone approach. And then they are praying that they're hoping that the same message for everyone will work. Of course, it doesn't work. We saw it in a Web2, so we know it's not working. Now, Web2 crossing the chasm happened when Web2 learned that you have to go to the personalized marketing. So, that was a Google ad tech. That was a Google innovation. Full respect on Google. Google is not a search engine. Google generates revenues. We are the ad tech. So we are personalization. And that's the same that our marketing agents are doing. So we generate automated ads based on the user intentions. So which is resonating with the users. That's what we are doing. Okay, so and of course now what's next on the agents? Okay, we are adding the more generation capabilities. We are adding more formatting generation, not only because formatting generation, that's always this. Now it's getting a little bit technical. Formatting generation is like marketing people, they don't like to define CSS style sheets. They like to do some other stuff. Okay, let's say it in this way. So that means the goal is that all marketing agents, it will take you 5 minutes to set them up. So how does it work? You connect our Pixel script, it's 4 lines of code, same like Google Analytics script. Then you enter URLs with your data, with your blogs, with your Medium, with your announcements. Now, and then we generate intention-based content for all these different intentions. Now, you will get one div code, like technical HTML div code, HTML tag. You place this HTML tag on your website where you want this content to appear. And now when a user is coming to your website, he will get this resonating website, resonating content. Of course, people say, what does it, there's no point, or what does it mean, and so on. We say very easy. If people feel resonating content, they will come back. He will come back again, and he will become your user. It's all about resonance. You speak with people with whom you resonance. You go to a cafe where you feel resonating environment. Some places you like because they resonate. Other people you don't. Other places you don't like because they don't resonate. And that's what these Web3 marketing agents are doing. They calculate the intentions. They generate the content which resonates. People start to use it. So, and the impact is a massive improvement of user conversion rates. The same that happened on Web2 with Google technologies. Google took with the ad tech. Now we are taking the marketing agents on, and we are doing the same. And okay, because we are speaking of the roadmap, now the focus is, of course, we are working there on the formatting generation, that we get as well a formatting generation better. But then we are as well adding these special things because some people are more risk takers, some people are less risk takers. Now risk takers will have like a stronger formatting, less risk takers will have a less stronger formatting, softer colors, like all this logic, so that practically generating resonating content and helping users to visitors to convert to the platform users. And this is massively important to the business platforms. Okay, it's less important to the users. Now, for the users, we offer the trust technologies, how to increase the trust. Now, for the platforms, we offer these two technologies. One is the engagement technologies via the agents. Okay, we're generating more and more stuff, but it's all based on the calculation. First, we had to calculate this all big calculation engine in the background. We had to calculate what are the intentions, what are the users doing as a next. And these intentions are mapped with these messages, resonating messages. Okay, yes, that's what we are doing. And now let's say as well, agents. What does agent mean? Self-running 24/7. It's expert level. It's self-running, continuously learning, using the real-time data. Yes, and these things are there. They're working. So there is no white paper. There is a product. Okay, so this is one big topic that we are working. So enhancing the agents. And maybe Tarmo, a little bit about transaction monitoring.
Yes, and this is more for all compliance people. Transaction monitoring, you just download your file with addresses you want to monitor, and what we add now are notification mechanisms. How can we notify that if a transaction starts behaving, if address starts behaving badly, that there is real-time notification. So just that it's integrated into flows of companies who use our Web3 transaction monitoring service. And Martin, maybe you mentioned now our Web3 user analytics, free. It's free to use for everybody.
Yes, user analytics, because if you're speaking of the marketing now, of course, now when we have the marketing agents, what is happening, the marketing people just place this agent on the platform websites and it runs automated. The marketing people actually they don't have to think anymore, so which is fully okay. But sometimes you still need to think. You need to analyze because you have two topics. One is bring the users to your website, and other is then convert the users on the website. Now, the question is, are you bringing the right users to your website? Because you should analyze the intentions of your users, like whom you bring on the website. Is this the right set of people, or maybe you need another set of people? And that is our user analytics. We offer it for free, and it just monitors the full website with this pixel code, and with this, and then in the background you're doing all this calculation, and of course the result is then for the companies who are integrating the user analytic dashboards, that they see like how the users are distributed. And again, it's not analysis of token holdings. It's not analyzing like who is keeping a rare token or who is not keeping a rare token. No. It's analyzing user intentions. Because behavior follows intentions. Behavior does not follow token holding. Again, behavior follows intention. So you have to understand your user cohort, the intentions of user cohort, then you can target them better. So, and that's our user analytics platform. And of course, we beautified, we are practically everything, all the data that we're calculating in the background. So we are hundreds of attributes. We are moving it more and more into the user analytics. So it's a very good baseline there, and we are adding more and more data there in the user analytics. So let's just imagine these are different representations of the same data, different views on the same data.
It is just actionable. It is actionable, and it is. You have a look on this data. You see these reports. You have to go into system and see these reports. You see immediately. Oh, this is behavioral characteristics of my users, not statistics. No, behavioral characteristics. What are their intentions? And then you know this is what I had to do. You know their intentions. If you know what somebody is going to do, you know what you have to do. And we have it pre-calculated. And Martin, I skip now over to credit scoring agents. Credit scoring agents, it's the same. You upload your files. And here we have to integrate also notification systems that we real-time notify if a credit score changes. It's like the FISCO score. FISCO score changes, it will be immediately.
It will trigger very many things like your interest and everything. If you fix
it triggers
changes,
everything. Yes. Your credit cards, interest score, mortgage rates, everything it triggers. And that this triggering mechanism start working. But now let's go over to something that is really important and where I'm very, very fascinated. And this is a partnership with Google Cloud. And we have been selected in the Google Startup Program. And it is very elite club. These are very few startups. And we've got a big bunch of compute power. And not just for 100K, we've got it over 250K USD compute power.
Let me say it, because companies who succeed in this will get elected, they will get 100K then. But because we are the AI and we are the Web3, like these two combinations together, they told us first they told us you get 100K, but we are like, but we do AI and Web3 too. They said, okay, 250K. So we got 250K computing power from Google. Plus there are additional, okay, this is all paid. Plus we got some additional things like we will pay part, they will pay the other part. That's now even on top of this 250K. So meaning huge computing power. But Tarmo, what do we do with this huge computing power?
And what we will do now is real-time calculation of all addresses in Ethereum first, then in Binance. And it means
BNB chain, sorry. We have to say BNB chain.
BNB chain. And it means as soon as there is one transaction, we see it in a block. It takes some time, and then we come with not just real-time algorithm, we come with this very strong algorithm. We have several classes of algorithms which have accuracy 99% plus, and we calculate with the stronger algorithms. Everything will be pre-calculated, and this is possible thanks to Google big data technologies and Vertex ML system and Vertex AI system that Google has provided. And we leverage now this technology, and we know immediately if there is one transaction, has something been changed. We know everything about all transactions immediately. Let's say it's this way.
Mm-hmm. And let me add just this, funny discussion that we had with the Google, and then they nominated us, and we were so very thankful. Then they asked us, "Okay, guys, when will you start?" And we said to use the credits because it's for $250,000. It's not like just credits. It means computing power for $250,000 computing power, and we will use all of this. Every single cent we'll use of this computing power. And we said it. We started to use it yesterday, and they were surprised, because apparently many companies were just doing this Google announcement and say hey, we got the credits and that's it. Maybe they were running some big query and that's it. And we said, no, guys, we want to start yesterday. So we want to calculate. And they were surprised. They were really very positively surprised that we are so eager to calculate.
Yes, and but we have now compute power, and with this compute power, we can calculate real time, near time, all transaction addresses, and we have up-to-date intentions data of all transacting addresses, and you guys can understand what it means. We know what are trends, what are intentions, what is going to happen. We can predict the all behavior, not just one address. We can predict behavior of cohorts of addresses, of clusters of addresses. We can group behavior, etc., etc. We are just at the beginning of a roadmap. With these intentions, when we aggregate them, and we have a look at them in specific views, you can do miracles. It's all what I can say. And now we have this compute power and we start using it. It's running, already running, Martin. It's running in credit score. It's running already.
Because let's see, from one side we have wallet auditor. We are doing like audit of a single address, like a behavior, fraud, intentions, experience, risk willingness, categories, and so on.
Single address.
Then we have cohort. Let's say for the businesses, they have their own 10,000 clients connected wallets. Okay, the cohort analytics that they understand their cohort analytics. Cool, but that's only their cohort analytics. But now we are going outside of a single business. We go it overall. So that's it. That's what you mean.
Yes. We can predict intentions. We can say before everybody else knows or understands where the Web3 moves. This is what we can do with this compute power. Let's say it's this way.
Martin, let's hope this computing power will be enough, because I mean, for the first year we had this 250,000 credits, and the second year then we had to start. We will pay part of compute power we had to pay, and they will credit then the other part. But then for the third year, then we had to pay everything. Yeah, that's
yeah.
But we can calculate.
Already
in the first
we calculated. Martin, let's jump over to blockchains that we support already now and.
Exactly. So okay, like we speak about the roadmap. The focus is on our roadmap now. Currently, what we are supporting, of course Ethereum. We started from Ethereum. But people are forgetting, okay, now our token is on the BSC, on the BNB Smart Chain. Now, on the BNB Smart Chain, we have full functionality on the BNB Smart Chain. We have the predictive fraud detector on the BNB Smart Chain. Okay, please use it. We have predictive rug pull detector on BNB Smart Chain. Please use it. We have full wallet auditor on the BNB Smart Chain. Please use it. We have the Telegram bots, Discord bots, and the TMA, which we forgot to announce on BSC Smart Chain. Please use it. Then there is you can share your wallet, or you share. By the way, if you say share my own wallet, you have to sign as well to prove that it's your wallet, not that someone pretends to be you or somebody else with the good ratings. So you have to prove it. Practically, all this functionality for regular users, it's on the BNB Smart Chain. It's there. Plus, for the businesses, transaction monitoring agents, Web3 marketing agents, everything is there. Because sometimes people think that we are very much Ethereum focused. Actually, we have the same power of products, the same portfolio of products that we have to support Ethereum. We have as well for the BNB Smart Chain. So, the BNB Smart Chain. And especially the predictive AI products. So, very, very useful. Then, of course, we are supporting Polygon. Now, in the Polygon, I think we have fraud, we have rug pull. Rug pull we have on the Ethereum and the BSC rug pull detection, predictive rug pull detection. It's not rug pull detection after the fact, it's predicting it before the fact, before it happens. So, on Polygon, we have the wallet auditing, and we have the fraud. Ton, the Ton chain, because we love very much Telegram. And with the Ton, we started actually very early. We started with Ton implementation, I think it was December or November 2023. And we were even like a beta tester of the Ton APIs. And we helped the Ton API team then as well a lot, to get their APIs very stable. And we have a predictive fraud detection on Ton chain. So it's beautiful because all crypto de facto it is on the Telegram. So, and we have the bots. There is a ton fraud detection system. That's everything is there, and it's more or less free to use. So, guys, please use it now.
Yes, and Binance or BNB Smart Chain, Martin, to emphasize, this is really something that is very big, and this shows power of our algorithms. We can use algorithms that we have. We have trained them in one network, and the same patterns, the same behavior applies in a different network. We can retrain them in a second network and improve again in the first network the algorithms. And with this procedure, and especially with data what we have now in BNB chain, it is awesome what results we have and what results we will soon get. And I would emphasize this.
Exactly.
Data we have.
Data we have, and of course we started with Ethereum calculation, but let's face the reality: Ethereum transactions are just expensive now. The BNB Smart Chain transactions are much better price. Okay, fast, better price. So with the BNB, yes, we have all the functionalities on the BNB, and I think more projects are launching now on the BNB than on Ethereum too. So yeah, very, very strong support on the BNB. Now, then of course the question, what are the next chains? On next chains, we just announced, I think we announced it some days ago. So the collaboration with the Tron blockchain. Now, in case of Tron, we have there is a less like portfolio analytics, wallet analytics. This is less because there's a less tokens. Okay, but we have all the payment. And there's a payment structures, payment transactions, and we will port all algorithms, all predictive fraud algorithms, to do the predictive fraud detection as well on the Tron chain. Now, on every chain, of course, it takes a little bit time to port it. We have to connect it with the blockchain readers, with other informations, and so. But that's very important. I mean, because Tron is the platform where users are doing payments. So de facto, so it's the payments platform, and that's in our roadmap. Then the migration of all algorithms to the Tron. Okay, fraud detection. Now, marketing system, we cannot migrate to Tron because for the marketing system, we need as well a lot of tokens, a lot of protocols. Okay, less tokens, we need more protocols. So, but the focus is on the fraud detection system on the Tron, the predictive fraud detection. Then, of course, people have asked us a lot about the base chain. We are now working, completing as well on the base chain. I think we have now the fraud detection on the base chain as well, very, very soon in our beta testing. Of course, guys, we are going to the structured approach, dev testing, beta testing, production launch. We are not testing in the production. We are testing in the beta environments. So yeah, so the base chain is coming, and that's these two most important chains. Which are the next one? Base and Ton. Yeah, Tarmo.
Yes, and maybe just now we have given overview of all our products, what we have, and enhancements what we are going to do, and maybe some words about our vision. And what is our vision is, first, to make Web3 trustable. The same what happened in Web2. When Web2 became trustable, Web2 started growing. We want to make Web3 trustable by applying all these technologies. Second point in our vision is we want to reduce massively the cost of advertising and customer acquisition. When you are today in Web2, transacting user acquisition costs are 10
20 times.
20 times lower. Let's say numbers, $10 till $30. In Web3, okay, in DeFi, you mentioned what they are in thousands. And we have to get in Web3 user acquisition cost down. So we have these two technologies, but made Web2 to scale. These were trust technology and ad tech. And ChainAware has these both technologies. We have trust technology for Web3, and we have ad technology for Web3. By these both technologies, we can achieve that Web3 starts finally growing, not just linearly, but exponentially, Martin. Just our vision.
Exactly. The vision is, so we're saying everything repeats. It doesn't repeat, it rhymes. Like Mark Twain is saying, the history doesn't repeat, but it rhymes. Now we are saying the Web3 and Web2, it's a full parallel. Of course, it's a technological paradigm is different, but if you're looking now on the growth of the user base, what we had in a Web2, like a beginning of the internet hype, there were 15 million users, 50 million very technology-oriented users. But the key issues, one was the trust issue, and the trust issue was solved via the transaction monitoring systems, which were mandated by the regulators. So regulators, I know in a crypto, many people say bad things about regulators, but in this scenario, the regulators were good. They say they mandated using of the transaction monitoring system, which were already at that time AI-based on the credit card transactions to take the credit card fraud down. And this increased massively the trust in the Web2 ecosystem. And the result was that new users, they got less frauded now or rug pulled now in the case of Web3 analogy. So, which means the new users will stay in the ecosystem, not that everyone has to burn himself. And it's like joking, where did you burn yourself? Like it's just like, now you are real Web3 users because you have burned yourself on some rug pulls and so, or frauds and so. Okay, that's one thing, the trust technology. But the other thing that happened in a Web2, there were these 50 million users. But the custom acquisition costs, like bringing right users to the right platforms and converting them, they were massive. Now, and then this book came, Crossing the Chasm, Michael Moore. So Crossing the Chasm. Oh, I think it was Moore, yes. Now, and everyone was reading this book. I was reading the same book. Like I was thinking, wow, genius, you had to cross the chasm. But this book didn't say how the crossing the chasm happened in Web 2. And it happened via the attack. And this was Google who bring the attack into the system. Google via the search history, Google via the browsing history, calculating the intention / microsegmentation and targeting the users based on the microsegmentation. It's not what you see in the Google, this AdWords platform. This is for the regular users. The microsegmentation is coming down on the, let's say, on the bigger dollar buckets. Now, via this attack, the customer acquisition costs were taken down, which means the companies had a chance to become revenue positive. Because before, it's the same as we have now in the Web3, because acquisition costs are so massive. So, and if someone is saying these are low, then I'm like, hey guys, show me your numbers.
Show me your numbers. And this is ChainAware. What we do is we have in one company these two key technologies. We make Web3 trustable, and we reduce massively acquisition cost in Web3. Result is that Web3 will start finally growing in exponential phase. Web3 needs technologies, but we have to go over from linear growth into exponential growth. These technologies are now in place. And but I see how it's growing, how we have more and more invocations on our APIs and our backend. I see that momentum is starting. And future is bright. This is my message to everybody. Future is bright. We can transform Web3 over into exponential growth. We can start growing more faster than we do it now in Web3. Technology is here. So use this technology and let's transform Web3 over into exponential growth phase.
Thank you, Tarmo. Very, very good summary. Yes, it's just two things. Increase the trust in the ecosystem with AI, with the predictive AI, and increase the engagement of the users, so that we are getting the right users, that we're getting the customer acquisition cost down, engagement up with our marketing agents. So, and it's not just that these products are just that we thought them out. No, these products are there to solve this core issue. And the core issue is, how do we get the growth in the Web3 ecosystem? That's all the core issue. So, and yeah, okay, guys. Then I think let's finish at this. We try always to keep on 60 minutes or X spaces. Otherwise, we'll end up talking for hours. So that means we will put the recording as well on the YouTube. It will be plus minus 2, 3, 4, 5 days. We'll put the summary as well on the blog. Now, if you go in our blog, chainaware.ai/blog, and then there is a subcategory X spaces, then you see all the summaries of our previous X spaces. I think 20 something of them, 26 of them, or 25 of them maybe. And even with the partners that we are doing the X spaces, just read through. there's so many like connecting the dots, like how the things fit together. So because we have been in the sector a very long time, we know why the sector is required, why we need it, and we try to solve these key issues in the sector that we have. Okay, again, so one thing is increase the trust, the other thing is get right users to the right platforms, reduce the customer acquisition costs. Yeah. Okay, then on this remark, then let's finish today's AMA. Now, when you like it, please comment, please share, please come to our website, please use the application. So, and yeah, then thank you a lot. Till the next AMA, then till the next expense.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.